All right.
All righty. Well, what day is it? It's
April
5th. Hey, welcome to Friday, April 5th's Mastermind, and one that we entitled, Honestly, Let's Talk About How to Get to Diamond. So this is going to be a call that I think is going to be pretty helpful for people that we are strategically recording so that you guys can go back and use this as something to send to your builders, your team, so on and so forth. But what we are going to try and do today is really break down this diamond status in a way that feels doable for you. And I hope, like I said earlier, if you have questions throughout, let's ask them now, because there are going to be people out there with the exact same questions as you.
You want me to go?
I don't know if you have anything you want to kick off. Anything you want to say?
Do you want to go in this order?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, I think that when I think about Diamond and the potential that our team has for coaches to hit Diamond, honestly, each and every one of you has what it takes to achieve Diamond. This is not something that only special people can achieve, or you must be such a great recruiter if you hit Diamond. Truly, Diamond is something that you just need to work hard for and be consistent about, and it can happen. Now, the one thing that I want to really kind of dial in on is, I think the reason, I was trying to think, like, what holds people back from really achieving Diamond? And I think we put this pressure on ourselves to go, okay, well, if I have to get to Diamond, gosh, that's a lot of coaches. How am I going to find that many people to help me work, like, who want to actually work the business with me? And we think that we have to find all of these working coaches, when in fact, when you get to Diamond, you're lucky if you have one working coach. Like, people do not get to Diamond by recruiting 8 working coaches and then those people help recruiting each 2 working coaches. People get to Diamond on discount coaches, and then eventually some of those discount coaches turn into working coaches. You may have a few that say, yeah, I want to work the business. But what I found over the last 4 years is that even when people say they want to work the business, sometimes those aren't the people that actually work the business. More often than not, it is the discount coach who comes in and who is having a life change herself or himself, and they just want to pay it forward. And, as I think about Diamond, I think that's how we can help you guys get there faster, is if you just keep on coaching people and really turning your customers into lifers. And really, that's what a discount coach is a discount coach is a lifer. It's someone that says, you know what, I want to be in this community. I want to commit. I want to save 25%. And along the way, I want to get great results. And when those people get results, I promise you, some of those discount coaches, if you're having those conversations, which we talked about a few weeks ago, they will convert to working coaches. So when you think about reaching Diamond, I actually just want you to forget about trying to recruit working coaches. That will happen. And I'm not saying you can't straight up recruit a working coach, but what I have found is that the best coaches who join our teams are the ones who, first want to work on themselves. And as they work on themselves, then they want to help other people. And so when you think about Diamond, don't even think about, I want to get to Diamond, but it must be so hard to get that many working coaches. I want you to think, okay, I just need to find 8 customers that want a discount on Shakeology and that want to be lifers with me and that want to stick around and really get into this community. And as you find those, what you're going to be doing along the way is you're going to teach them to have the same mentality. Like, hey, do you have a couple friends? Hey, do you want to have a couple friends join you with a discount? Then you have an Emerald coach. If one of your coaches finds some discount coaches, they can then start their way up to Diamond. But I just want us to change our mindset on being so focused on the business and instead just really go back to basics of, let's just help people get results. Let's give them a discount. Let's just sign up some discount coaches. Eventually, you do need working coaches. So please don't hear me say that, you can build your whole business on discount coaches. I'm simply saying that it's okay for people to start as discount coaches. It's okay to get to Diamond on discount coaches, as long as you continue to develop and help those discount coaches get results, which in turn is going to put a fire in their belly to help other people get results. So that's
it's a giant assembly line, if you will, where, you're going to be bringing people in and you're getting them in, like what we need to switch over to for some of you is transitioning from being retail-based, customer-only, to getting them in as whatever you want to call them, preferred customer, discount coach, however you want to. Your job isn't over then, but that's where a lot of us go.
Yeah.
Like they're in the business. I need to find more people. I mean, how many of you always say, like, I need to find more people. I need to find more people this month. Your working coach is probably on your team already. But that's why we're prioritizing Follow-Up Friday, because we want people continuing to create those conversations, continuing to instill belief in those people who are signed up as preferred customers just going through a program. You don't constantly need to be feeling this weight of, well, geez, like none of my coaches want to work the business, so I need to go find more people. You certainly need to go find more people, but we need to make sure that we're constantly instilling this belief in people that they can actually do it. And I think that's what you're saying, is that, like, we don't need to overcomplicate this. People need to go out and, we wrote this down, but like you need to essentially, to start building out your business, you need to find 8 people. 8 people. Notice I didn't say working coach or discount coach. These are 8 people. Like we start with 8 people. We start with 4 on the 4 and 4. Okay. So 4 and 4, right leg, left leg. Now I also want to make this disclaimer because we say it. And like I was joking around with our leaders about the husband, and like we always like kind of like sheepishly tell people, like, you might want to sign up your husband. You need to sign up. I wrote this. You need to sign up your husband. You need to sign up your mom. You need to sign your dad, your brother, your coworker. You need somebody. You need to sign up one person whose account you can control on your weak leg. Okay, so throw out everything and all reason. I don't care if they want to do Transform 20. I don't care if they ever step on a step themselves. We need them in that weak side of your business for business potential now and down the road. That spouse is going to be your first emerald, and they are going to be your first diamond. Okay, that business, they'll probably be your first 2-star. I mean, there's so much strategy with that account that I want you to understand. It is vital that you or your discount coach who's like, oh, maybe I could do this. What do I do? First things first, sign up your spouse. And we see people labor on that and labor on that and labor on that. The way that Beachbody works is anybody that's under you gets placed under that spouse. So when we go into some of your business centers and we look at them, some of them are just a little bit quirky because had you signed up your spouse right away, you would have all this volume coming up to you. It matters. That spouse account, mom account, somebody's account that you can manage matters. So you have got to have somebody in your organization, left side, that can have some sort of influence on your business. Do not wait to sign up your spouse. From there, so now let's make it even simpler. You have one person on the left side of your business. That's going to narrow it down for you even more. You just need to find, numbers off, 7. Mm-hmm. Seven more people. Okay, so you're going to park 3 on the same leg as your spouse. That's going to get you to 4 on that side, and you're going to sign up 4 on the opposite side of your business. Again, it's not like working coach, discount coach, it's people. That's why your husband, your spouse, somebody counts as one of those people. Now you're built out where you have 4 on each side of your organization. Okay, do you want to take it next, or you want me to keep rolling? So 4 and 4, need to sign up somebody on your weak leg. The spouse, I'll just keep kind of lead you into this. The spouse is your easiest track to getting an emerald, right? Because it's an account that you strategically manage. So with that in mind, what I am typically telling people to do right now, and so everybody hear me say this, if you are on the cusp of diamond, what I would do is I would start out by hitting Success Club in your business center. So like when you're built out 4 and 4, typically you've got me in your ear saying, okay, let's get to Success Club. Let's sign up the first 3 people into your organization and structure them back and forth at that point. Now we're 4 and 4, and then you're getting to this point where you've got maybe 5 or 6 deep. It's going to keep that 4 and 4 steady. The next 2, you're at SC6. The next 2 sign up under your spouse. So now you're parking 1 on the left side of their business, 1 on the right side of theirs. They go emerald. They also qualify now for cycle bonus. So that account, from any volume that's trickling up to them, is worth $14 to you. So immediately, just because this is how I'm trying to talk with people right now, immediately your business organization is going to double in cycle bonus. Because if he cycles once, you're going to cycle once, and you'll also get a matching bonus. You'll actually get 10% of his cycle. So you're going to get $1.40, not a lot, but you've immediately started making $15.40 from that volume, where before you weren't making anything. You were just making one time. So that $15.40 jumps now to be, it would be $14, add the $15.40. Now you're making $29.40 every time that you cycle. So that account matters just because it's an Emerald account. And you don't need to do anything else with it. Don't continue to park coaches on it. Just two there. It doesn't matter if he hits Success Club or anything like that. We just need to get him holding Emerald for your own income purposes.
You can see what Bethany said. She said, don't hesitate to sign up the hubby. You might not see anything up for it for a while. And that's one thing we hear. We're like, we're paying for this account. Like, is it worth it? Yes. Never cancel your husband's account. Like, ever, 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 because you are just screwing yourself over for future income. But now she sees, Tim's account makes passive income every single week just because of where he was placed in her organization. So it is just, I don't know why people are nervous to sign up their husbands, but you are literally being really dumb if you don't. Like, I'm just going to put it straight with you, because you are just missing out. I mean, if you like to flush money down the toilet, don't. But if you want to make a little extra money, not doing any more work just by having that husband there, you need to sign him up. And the other thing I'll say, because I felt like this early on, that it was a little bit awkward when I would have someone sign up under my husband. I didn't quite know how to word that. And so I wanted to talk about that, because it really doesn't have to be. The way that I word it now is, when I sign someone up under Jake, I just treat it like a family business. So I'll even say, hey, before you place this order, just make sure that I'm your coach. Put in Jake's name. We run it as a family business, but I'm your coach. But it's not like he is even and you're active now, but when I was doing this early on, he did nothing with the business. He didn't even do the workouts, but he was still part of me supporting. He was still talking to me. And so we did run it like a family business. It's just like any other business that you would run. Not every person does the same exact activity. So even if your husband isn't doing anything right now, I guarantee you're still having a conversation. I guarantee he's helping here or there to help you. So that's how you can have that confidence to go, we run this as a family business, because you are. In some capacity, you are. So don't feel weird about placing under your husband at all. Most people don't care either. But don't lead with that. We're going to do everything it's a giant assembly line for me. We're going to do everything in phases. So phase one is going to be to build out, sign them up. That's a no-brainer. Then build out your organization where you're 4 and 4, because now all you need is 2 emeralds. But remember, your husband's one of those emeralds. So you just need 1 emerald. When you start looking at this business, it becomes very simple. I get that it's not easy. I always say simple, not easy. But really, when you break it down, all that you need to do is control what you can control, always control the controllable. You need to find essentially 10 people that you can sign up and strategically place, and you need to have one of them that you have this very conversation with. All that I need you to do, hon, is go and sign up your husband, because you told me you want to work the business. And that's one of my points here. I do want to go into 201 at some point here. I'm just talking about what if you signed up opposite legs, and just kind of our strategy, because this is just going to be a transparent call on things we've done to get to Diamond. But going back to what was I saying? Oh man, you weren't paying attention. I was looking at the chat. Sorry. Oh, okay. Someone asked, because this won't show up in the recording, the chat won't. So Monica asked, does your husband's account need to have BOD? No, it doesn't. It doesn't for a while. Eventually, for certain ranks, there's requirements you need to have BOD, but to sign them up at first, no, don't worry about it.
But the thing that I was going to say is that a lot of these conversations are just ones that you need to have with the people that are telling you that they want to work the business. That's one thing that I am really noticing when I do some of these calls with you guys is we have certain people in our organization that are having these good, difficult conversations and holding their teams accountable. And that's where growth is happening, because they told you, they literally said to you, I want to run this business. Well, if you want to run the business, here are some of the prerequisites. You got to get to Emerald. Got to get to Emerald. And to do Emerald, let's keep it real simple. You need to sign up your spouse. You need to sign up one other person. Discount coach, working coach, whomever. And that's going to get you Emerald. But setting that expectation, hear me say this because this is so important. People function best with education and expectations. Education, expectations. If you set the expectation that they need to get to Emerald, they'll get to Emerald. We told Bridget Wheeler she needed to go Diamond. So she went Diamond. I mean, what the heck? I guess that's what I'm supposed to do. So I just want you guys to hear me say that, because a lot of times we shy away from it. They told me they want to work the business. I'm doing calls with my working coaches. If they're working coaches, they at least need to be Emerald working coaches, or they're not worth your time. People will take and take and take and take and take from this business. But when you actually set expectations for people, you will find that your true workers, your true runners will take that expectation and do something with it. So I just want to make sure, like when we're saying like you need to find an Emerald, that's also on you as a leader to have that conversation with whomever is telling you is going to be a working coach, and just be like, look, let's go. You said you're going to be a working coach. Working coach isn't going to be starting in 3 months. A working coach means you're working today. We need to get you to Emerald. You need to sign up your husband and one other person, and they're Emerald. And you know what? Typically, that means you're also Diamond. It's usually just that flip of a switch, and that's why I'm saying the 4 and 4 matters before you build out your spouse account. But at that point, it's a conversation, accountability with a strategy of how they're going to do it. Emily Coldiron's a perfect example. That's exactly what's just transpired in her business. Is there was expectations, there was a strategy, and it all came together in the last couple of days. But that's having that conversation with your team and saying, like, I know you can do it. Let's figure out a strategy how.
Yeah, Emily, can you share, kind of walk us through how you mentored Brianna? Because when we were at the retreat, Brianna was like just kind of starting. This was like literally 2 months ago, and now she's Diamond. Can you just walk us through what you guys did and how you did that together?
I wish I had a really good answer. But, you know, we use the word scrappy. That's been tossed around the last few weeks. And Brianna is a scrappy person. She wants this. She needs this. She's had her own incredible transformation that's taken place over the last 9 months now. And she's willing to share her story. So really, between Jake and I, we just helped her put the people in the right place. You know, she works straight nights. I mean, all of her conversations are happening at 2 a.m. with people. I mean, that's crazy. We have no excuse, you know. She's sleeping probably right now. But she just kept the conversations going. She felt the urgency to do it. And, you know, I did kind of say, you know, it's going to happen in March. Well, March, we had crazy snowstorms. Her roof literally, like, whatever. She ended up with all this water damage in her house. Like, she's been living in friends' house, and you know, it's just all sorts of craziness. So we're like, okay, yeah, life happened this month. Now it's going to happen in April. And here we are, the first week of April. We pulled it all together. We've been combing her coaches and her people, you know, all week. But she's got her husband signed up. She's got her good friends signed up. Her friends got her boyfriend. You know, we just have people that we're going to be, you know, on like hawks for the next 6 weeks to make sure that I mean, it's true. We're going to be white knuckled for the next 6 weeks. She wants this, and like this isn't like her only goal. I mean, she just signed her husband up to come to Summit.
Wow, that's so cool.
They're in.
So can you kind of walk us through who are her 8 and then her 2, just like, again, kind of break it down for people so they can just see how possible it is?
So she didn't even sign her husband up right away, but she got a friend who was interested. So then as we knew that Mandy was going to sign up, then I think probably within a day, Mandy signed up and then Grant signed up. So that was her left and right. And then she's got 2 that she's placed under her husband, but those were like the last 2 to come. She kind of waited to see, you know, to get Mandy to go Emerald. But I mean, this has all happened, like you said, in the last 6 weeks. So it's been pretty quick. But Mandy got her 2 coaches. And, you know, the timing of all this has been great, because I did the Getting Started Right call with Mandy when we were on the retreat down in Destin. So Mandy got a sense of the excitement, the energy, what this group is capable of. And she caught the bug. She's willing to work. She's got her people. And then she's got a couple other discount coaches, obviously, to finish the build out.
That's so great. And I love what you said about how you mentioned that you did the Getting Started Right call, because I think sometimes when you are working towards Diamond, it can feel a little bit awkward to have a call like that. And so please bring in your upline or call us totally. Or, we're happy to always do a Getting Started Right call. If you have a coach that you're like, I think she has potential, I don't quite know how to talk to her about it. I'd love for you to tell her about Emerald and why she should get there. Like, please use the team, use the resources. But, Emily, the fact that you spoke that belief into her too, I think is huge totally. Because, Diamond can seem like such a mountain, but when you break it down, and then like you said too, okay, we're going to stay on this. Like, we're going to pay attention to this and we're going to keep moving forward, is huge. And I just think it is totally possible. And it's not like Brianna has all these coaches that want to, build these huge businesses. Totally. No one does at Diamond, but in our heads, we tell ourselves that, and that holds us back. So thank you for sharing that, because I feel like that is just it just makes it feel so possible.
And so I want to go to Letitia's question here. Can I have my spouse on my weak leg and set my sister up on my strong leg to get to Diamond? Yes. So we've done that before too. So again, going back to some of the financial opportunities here, it's not a big jump from $14 to $18, but it is $14 to $18, and your spouse's account is going to go from $0 to $14. So that Diamond, however you want to look at it, is going to be worth an extra $18 to your family per cycle, right? So when we've been there in the past, and this is how my business center is truly set up, just so everybody knows how this happened, we needed to get my account to Diamond. So we signed up Amber's dad. Again, this is 100% transparent. So we signed up Amber's dad, and we built Amber's dad out to be an Emerald coach for me. I had Molly McGinley on the opposite leg, and then I had Amber's dad on mine so that I could get rank advanced and I could get Diamond. I could get that Diamond status out of the way. Well, turns out we signed up Shar Pike from it. Shar Pike goes Emerald. We canceled Amber's dad. Mm-hmm. All of those coaches funneled up. And so if I'm trying to just get Diamond out of the way, that is a strategy that you can implement, is sign up a family member, let them know, hey, it's going to be temporary because I'm building. Diamond's not a destination to me. Diamond is a stepping off point, because when you guys get to two stars where you're making literally $20,000 a year, so you're not going anywhere at that point, but you have to get to Diamond first. So, mm-hmm. And I'll tell you this, like, we're already kind of putting those pieces in motion because we can see what's coming. Like, we've got a hurricane coming in this team. It's insane. Mm-hmm. Like, when I start writing out all the names of who could go Diamond this year, it's insane. So I'm already thinking strategically about where I'm going to be signing up. Oh, Brian Hoffmeyer again. He's going to be making a run here at the end of the year. He's going to be a heck of a Diamond coach. But like, it's all with strategy, because I know what's possible for you guys, and I know what's possible for our family. I track all that stuff. So to your question, Letitia, like, yes, like, if it's, and I'll say this too, if it's a stepping off point for you, get it done. Yeah. If it's going to be like, look, I just want to get to Diamond so I feel super cool about myself, then just like
not worth it.
Wait it out. But the people that want to get it done, like Brianna wanted just to get it done and move on, that's absolutely a strategy. We've done it, and you can, just so everybody knows, you can sign up a family member. They can help you hit your Diamond rank, and if somebody goes Emerald underneath them and you're like, look, I don't want to be responsible for another account, you can cancel them. 6 months later, you could sign them up again in another strategic place within your business. Mm-hmm. Beachbody's probably not going to tell you that, but I know, just having chatted with a number of these guys that are actually making real money with this business, it's a strategy, and people use it, and they use family members in strategic places to help them hit financial goals and rank advancements and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, this is great. Bridget said too, she got to Diamond with all discount coaches. And here's why I am okay with what you just said. This is why I want to encourage you guys to do this, because once you break through this obstacle of Diamond and you realize that you can do it, your mind then goes, okay, what else can I do?
Yeah.
But when you take forever to get to Diamond because you don't believe you can, like, it just messes in your head. So the faster you can get it done, because even though Bridget got to Diamond with all discount coaches, because she had this attitude of, I'm going to keep going, her family members were temporary, and that's the thing. You cannot, if you only build this business with family members, you will make zero money and you will fail. But if you build this business with some placeholders here and there to get you to the next level while you're building and getting that momentum, because when you have momentum in your business, you are literally unstoppable. Like when you have that momentum, you just have to keep going, because everything, for some reason, when you have momentum, everything just works out. Like it just happens. And so, but you have to create that, especially in the beginning. And then Jean asked the inactive coach status. Yeah, that's a great question. So you do have to have 4 active coaches on each leg. So it can't be inactive, which, for a lot of people, it's like a lot of people are willing to be active again. I know Bethany has had several inactive coaches over the last few years. And, most people are willing to place an order or need something if you're willing to kind of ask them. It's one of those things where you just kind of have to go, okay, are they? And really, inactive coaches, to me, I don't get the point, because at that point, they're just literally paying $15.95 and getting nothing, right? Yeah. So it's like either maybe you should purchase something, or like, do you want to even have this anymore? Because really, it's not benefiting you at all to see that inactives. In fact, it pisses me off when I log in and I see inactives, because I'm like, it messes with you. Again, it messes with your head. So I think as an upline coach, it's also good just to have that conversation with those inactives sometimes. But then a launch will happen and then they'll reorder. So you just never know. And
that's where, like, again, like I keep saying, like, the business is so simple, but like with those follow-ups, if you have people that go inactive, you still got to be following up with them. And, when we say, like, hey, if you've got people in your organization right now that you go, man, they have so much potential, but I don't know why they're not doing something. And like, I just wish I could light a fire under them. And you're nervous to light a fire under them. I am happy to light fires under people. Like, it doesn't affect me to send them a message for you and just see what comes out of it. Like, and then they message you, and like, if you've ever had me do it for you, I message you. I just take screenshots of the conversation so you know exactly what's going on. But at least, like, some of the tough questions or the pushes, or if they're just like on the cusp of doing something but just not sure if they should or not, I'll push them a little bit for you so that you guys can continue to be the leaders and the people that they look up to and feel like they can best collaborate with. I come from a corporate background, and I always use my managers to do things that I didn't want to have that conversation with the customer. I wanted to keep things moving. So why not have my manager or my upline send that message for me? And so far, we're seeing it continue to work. So I want to make sure that you guys see that. Like, we're willing to have some of those tough conversations, help you out. That follow-up, those inactive follow-ups, like what we talked about a little bit in the builders page today, of like people who have told you no, like, you need to continue to be having those conversations with people within your organization, especially if you see potential in them. That's, that can be part of your follow-up Friday, is just messaging people that you see potential in. Because I can't tell you how many top great, is it going to go back? Sorry, phone call. I don't know how this gets synced up to the computer. Anyways, but like, I can't tell you how many top coaches or people that have gone diamond that we've had that, like, it took 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 messages before they decided to do something with this business. So don't lose sight of that as well.
Yeah. So what questions do you have, or does all this make sense? And what can we clarify more? Does everybody feel like they have how to get to diamond? You know what that looks like. And then the other thing is, I think really just like not letting diamond look like a mountain or feel like a mountain, but it's just one of those things. Like, if you work, you get those discount coaches, you sign people up. I guarantee a lot of you on this call, because I see you hit Success Club every month, you probably have customers who would say yes to a discount in a heartbeat.
I was just gonna say that.
And now it's a conversation that once you have it once, it's one of those things that becomes more and more normal. But especially if they've been purchasing Shakeology for even a month or two, who wouldn't want to save money? There are those people that are like, it's not that much money, I don't care. But for the most part, people want a discount. And so if that can help you get to the next level and can help them, it's a win-win. So I think just go for it.
Implementing that strategy is everything. You know, going back to that question a second ago about like using the sister's account. If you guys understand that you can park them in there and cancel their account and reuse it 6 months later, play the game, guys. Like, this is all about somehow finding a way to start really building a sustainable business for you and your family. And we play by those rules now. Like, we will park people strategically where we need to so that our team, so our family can hit mile markers, do the exact same thing. And that's where customers come into play. If you've got customers that can help you fill out those legs, you might as well. And maybe you can just talk about it real quick. If you have a customer, but you want to switch them, we could get them to sign up as a coach. Same scenario. Let's say Letitia signs up her sister. She's got 5 customers. She could actually convert that customer to a coach and sign them up under her sister.
Yeah.
We do a coach change form.
Mm-hmm. You can change, like, so let's say someone signed up as a customer under Jake's account and they're going to work the business now. We really need them to be under my account. You can just fill out that change form for them, so they don't even have to go through the hassle of it. So I'll do that, and I'll say, hey, just a heads up, you'll probably be receiving an email from me that, you know, your account got switched over to a new coach. Just ignore it. It's the same benefits for you. It's just simply where you're going to be placed now so that you have the most benefit, because that's usually what's true, right? If you place them somewhere, it's also going to benefit them later on. So
love that. That was just going to talk about incentives too.
Erin, can you talk about what you did? Where is she?
She's right here.
Oh, there she is.
Can you hear me? Sorry.
Yeah.
We're on the road here. So when I was first trying to push to Diamond, I literally was just super transparent with my people who had been in my group for a couple months and said, hey guys, like, this is where I'm at with trying to build my business. I'm pushing towards these goals. Like, I have this big vision for my overall team. And, you know, I'd love to have you not only save money on the products that you're already consistently using and love, but it's also going to help my business as I'm building towards these goals. And like, I would like 95% of them were like, sure, sounds awesome. So I sent them, like, I did at the time, Mantra Band was doing a like 20% off like promotion or something. So I sent everybody like their own Mantra Band where they got to decide like what saying they wanted on the bracelet. They signed up for the discount. I had some people that had family members that they referred to me that I said, hey, okay, well, if you're going to sign up for the discount, let's put your family members back under you. Instead of having them be referred into my business, let's put them back under you. So then it helped them get to Emerald. And so it was like just a win-win for everybody. And like I said, I think people really, like, if you're there for them and they trust you and you've been helping them meet their goals, like they'll totally help you too as you talk about your goals and you're transparent about them.
I love that.
That was my deal.
That's so smart.
Yeah, I love that incentive piece. That's a big deal. I mean, for people will do things when they know they're a part of something bigger. That's
what Emily, I teased her the other day when she hit 2-star calls. I said, I'm so glad you signed up for that tank. I'm so glad you wanted that tank top, because that was my promotion for discount coaches at the time, was for them to get a tank top. And I'm telling you, you kind of also have to think through, how did you get into the business? Because I would have never signed up for this business. Like, I wouldn't have, but I loved fitness and I love to work out. And so I also am cheap and I wanted a discount. So I signed up as a discount coach, was plugged into the team page, and then saw these girls doing all this stuff. And I was like, I want to do that too. And that's the power. Make sure you're also plugging in all of your discount coaches into the Ignition Mission 365 group, making sure that they're in the new coach group. And then the other thing too, with as far as getting to Diamond, the time right now is really important as far as Summit goes, because they are changing the way that they're doing Summit this year, where they're having different tracks based on your rank. And so there's actually a track for people who are Diamond coaches. And honestly, all of you in here, I think, will love that training more than you would love the Coach/Emerald training, because it's going to be a higher level look at how you can really take your business to the next level. So, you know, that's also kind of a deadline that's coming up quickly here. What is it? June 6th, I believe, is when you have to be Diamond in order to qualify. We're going to be pushing people to do it a little bit sooner if you want to participate in kind of a team goal that we have. But there's no reason why you guys cannot do this. And I think that's my biggest thing when we talk about Diamond is it makes me so sad that there's people on our team that think, oh, that's just not something that someone like I could ever do. So I think that's the piece here is it's all about belief. And if there's anything holding you back as far as when you think like, oh, I couldn't hit Diamond or this seems so hard, once you make that decision and believe that you can, it will happen. And then all you gotta do is put the work in, because this is not, like I said, not for anyone that's so much better than you are. It's just for people that have put in a little more work than you have.
And I want to make sure that I comment on this because I told Amber the other day and Emily, I'm sorry, like you're just going to get just showered with just so much praise. And I even messaged Emily back on this, but like she was doing calls with her girls on Saturday to figure out how they were going to do it.
Yeah.
And that is part of leadership, guys. Like, you know, part of that accountability on the front end had been like, look, you told me you're going to be a working coach. We got to get you to Emerald. Oh, I have 5 customers. Okay, well, one of those customers needs to sign up as a discount coach. You need to sign up your husband. You need to get to Emerald. Strategizing with them, collaborating with them. And then one thing that I really have begun doing with all of you guys, I always volunteer it, but like I love doing getting started right calls with you guys, opportunity calls. When you have the fire and you're passionate about something, but your new team doesn't know what to do, that's leadership. That's an opportunity for leadership. That's an opportunity for you to come alongside of them. You need to be strategizing on what their plan is, and then you need to make yourself available for a little bit for these women or men to help them figure out how this business is actually going to work. How do you do, like, I don't even know how to do an opportunity call. I don't know what a getting started right call is. All those anxieties that you once felt, they're experiencing right now. So if you come alongside with them, do it a couple calls with them, then they're on their own. You might have a whole nother problem on your hand, like I think Emily's going to, where she's going to have not just Brianna that'll go Diamond, Beth, Katie, Stephanie. Like there's people that she's been working with, collaborating with, jumping on group calls with, and now we're starting to reap the benefits of it. So I just want to make sure that's another thing that's just so important, that you, by taking a little bit of additional time out of your own busy life and your own busy business and your recruiting, you could ignite somebody else's life. And now all of a sudden, that's really where you're finding these working coaches. They got to get to Emerald first. They get to Emerald first, but now they've got a good groove because you've been mentoring them. Now they might actually think that they could get to Diamond. And now you're going to have me in your ear being like, okay, well, you might as well start building out the husband's account to Diamond. Let's get you to 2-star. Let's really start making a business from this, because Emily, I haven't even sent her this message yet, but like, well, I did. I kind of did. I was like, you need to be 5-star by Summit now. Like, why not?
Yeah, Amber told me. She sent me the FAQ.
Yeah, I mean, it's like we're always going to keep you on that assembly line. So you never have to worry about us going too far beyond where we think you can go. But some of those like just basic checkpoints we need to hit with working and training. Oh,
yeah, sorry. I want to say something. So 2 points. I have done this tracker 5 days a week since Labor Day. And I never would, I mean, I don't know why I'm stinking emotional. I've been a hot mess all week, but I have done it. And my plate is full, you know, like there's just a lot going on. But you can totally do the tracker. You can cultivate people within your business to believe in the same goals that you have. And I shared this back at our leadership retreat, but Brianna wanted to go to Summit. Funds were tight. She wasn't able to buy a ticket. I bought her a ticket to Summit. And now here we are, a couple months later, she's bought her husband a ticket to Summit because she's so into this, you know, like she believes. And I laugh. I mean, you have to fake it till you make it. You have to believe in someone, even if you perhaps doubt a little bit of where this is going, or if this is truly where you're supposed to spend your time. You freaking believe it, and you share that belief with everybody else, because we just believed her to Diamond this week. And now I'm 2-star, and I never would have believed that.
That's so crazy. It's so cool. Crazy.
That's such a good point.
And I loved what you said. I think it was after I posted in the team page yesterday, you had commented and you said something to the effect of, you know, the recognition is humbling, but it's just all about helping women feel their best. And that's really, like, that hit me so hard, and it just like made me smile, because really that's exactly what your team does, you know. And and why I think you've had so much success is because it's just this tribe of women who you guys just are helping each other figure it out and feel amazing about yourself, and you're positive and there's no drama, and it's just all about helping people feel incredible. And that's when I was like, you know what, that's Diamond. Like that is why people need to get a Diamond, not because of having to find all these working coaches who want to make money, just because all they need to do is find people that want to feel their best and then pay that forward. And that's what this business is all about. But I think, we overcomplicate it so much, but if we can lead ourselves first, we can welcome other people in, and it's not a big deal because we believe in it so much, like you said.
And so even on that note, don't compromise your own business to make this happen. So like we'll see that sometimes where people will take coaches that they like legitimately needed to build out their legs, and they'll park them under their spouse's account or, a family member's account or something strategic, right? Like it makes some strategic sense. Make sure you're hitting Success Club first and parking coaches strategically to make sure that you continue to keep your left and right legs built out. Then take some of that overflow. So like if you're at that cusp, I know I said it before, but like if you're in this realm where you're like legitimately should be a Diamond coach in a couple weeks, take those 3 coaches right out the beginning of the month, knock out Success Club, then strategically place to help your organization take that next level, and then come back to yourself. Don't overextend. Like we just need 2, right? Under the spouse, under a family member, then come back to yourself. But don't, like what we've seen is just like people will stack and they'll place 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people under their husband's account, and then 3 or 4 go inactive on their right leg, and they're back to Emerald because they compromise their own business. So I want to make sure I state that as well, because you're going to need to maintain 4 and 4. So make that super solid first, then park a few people here, get yourself to Diamond, then move on, because then we're going to need to continue to develop working coaches. But I just want to state that because a lot of people go right to building out their husband's account. 1 star doesn't make you money. So we need to prioritize being a healthy Diamond with a working coach on the strong leg of the business. Maybe we'll do a call on that next week, just talking about how you actually start pushing yourself towards 2-star, 5-star, and what that process looks like for us. But it's really important that like you need the coaches in your CVC. You don't want to be wasting coach potential in your husband's CVC.
Yeah. What I was going to say too is, if you can stay in this mindset of getting to Diamond is 8 people, but then you're going to keep going. Because a lot of times too, we'll see people get to Diamond and then they're like, cool, got my 8. No, actually your goal needs to be more like 20 PS coaches. If you look at a lot of these people that are 1-star, 2-star, 3-star, they do have at least probably 20 PS coaches around that. Who then have a few working coaches from there. So something to keep in mind is keep getting PS. Even now, like I still am recruiting PS coaches because that's just how this business has
and we'll
to work.
do some, you guys are just going to have the benefit of getting to work with me on a deeper level when you're in that Diamond realm and you've got volume to churn through, because there's so many cool things we can do strategically to maximize that income for your family. Passively maximize your income for the family, but it's still going to continue to have you build out that PS coach. Jean's question about inactive coach becomes active. Is there any SC points for that? No, but there is volume for that. Mm-hmm. That goes back to some of the difference between signing up a challenger versus signing up a preferred customer or discount coach. Same thing with like that initial commission versus volume.
Any questions? Any other questions? You guys have been asking some really good questions today.
Let us have it. This is a good time to ask.
I was just going to mention one thing that worked really well for me during some of those bigger pushes to get to 2-star and 5-star, which we haven't gotten yet. So
come on now.
But one thing that has really worked for me when I'm talking with people about either becoming a discount coach or in an active coach becoming active is I just let them know that there's leadership opportunities that I really want to qualify for to become a better coach, become a better mentor. And so you could even use that like going for Diamond. So some of the things I've used for like 2 Stars New Leadership Conference or Leadership in October, that's kind of what I talk about. But as a, someone trying to go diamond, you could talk about, like, just think about the leaders page is a page that you would get into, the new tracks at Summit, which I think is really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, but a lot of people I've noticed, like, really, they want to help me. Like, they're like, well, Bethany, if that'll get you there, if that'll qualify you for an opportunity to learn more and, become better at what you're doing, let me know what I can do. And so that just might be something as you're working towards Diamond, thinking about, well, I could be in this leaders page, with the Ignition Mission team. I get on a different track at Summit if I'm a Diamond coach for further learning. I've had quite a bit of success with that. So I just wanted to mention that.
That's
Thanks
a great
for
point.
sharing that. That's really, really
and
good.
at Summit, as a Diamond coach, you get to walk across the stage. I mean, that's pretty cool too.
Yeah.
And you're recognized at any local market council event if you're Midwest, Eastern region.
Not to mention our Diamond retreats are pretty fun.
Yeah, yeah, Bethany. Why not? What about, come on.
No, but Jessica went on her first one, and it's like those Diamond retreats are truly when you get the most one-on-one time with the team members, because it's just,
you have all these strangers who leave friends. I mean, that's
Yeah.
just really cool. Totally forgot about that too. We got to dangle that again. I'll post a picture of where we're trying to go.
Yeah, we have to figure that out.
I've got a number of cool options, but we got to grow.
But there really are. Once you get to Diamond, I mean, it's not just the day of recognition. It's so much more that comes with that, and more opportunities, and even better things. That's right, Emily.
Yeah, and I think where you were going with that's a really good point. Just make sure we're also emphasizing this as well. And I said it before, but Diamond's not the end destination. It's just a stepping stone towards something more. And really, the big reason why we're going to be pushing as hard as we can with Emily here over these next 5-6 weeks is to hit that 2-star and open up a second CBC. And that second CBC is going to probably go under Donnie's weak leg. And it's going to start building incremental volume when she goes Emerald, because we'll tell her to go Emerald right away. Now, every time that you're cycling, you're getting $14 in her second CBC, $14 in Donnie's CBC, and $18 in our first CBC. Now you're making $56 a cycle. Remember a few minutes ago we were at $29.50? Now you're at $56. So all those things matter as we continue to push to 2-star. And I mean, don't even get me started on 5-star. Like, 5 stars, I mean, you're qualifying. I mean, now you're talking about like large scale $4,000, $5,000 bonuses that you're making each and every quarter. I mean, there's just so many good things when we get past that initial Diamond. And I just want you guys to hear me say that like, you can totally do this. 4 and 4, spouse, maybe family members to help you, or friends, or customers, discount code, people that just like rally with you, rally your team to get you there. But then don't stop. Like, keep the momentum going. Use that as a stepping stone to push for a coach on your team to go Diamond, so you can go 1-star, and you start building out your husband with strategy so that you can go 2-star. And all that kind of stuff is totally possible for any one person that's on this call or listening to this in the replay. It's possible for everybody, as long as you, I mean, Emily even said this, as long as you believe it's possible. You can believe yourself to Diamond.
And that tracker, like she said.
And the tracker. Do the tracker.
Do the tracker. I'm gonna message Kim, Emily, and tell him about you. He'll probably want you to speak on something about the tracker, because that is like so cool.
Well, and I do want to say this too, because Letitia is a byproduct of that tracker.
Yeah.
Seems to work all right. I mean, last month was average, but
yeah.
I mean, that was massive. I mean, a massive month. And that was one of the first conversations I ever had with her, was just, I've just been doing the tracker. That's what you guys told us to do, is do the tracker. Like, gosh, we really overcomplicate this sometimes. Yeah. Just send them a tracker.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, there is so much potential on this call. I know there's so much potential, the people that are going to watch the replay. And I am so excited, because we feel the momentum. I mean, Ultimate Portion Fix is such a rock star product course. Like, Take Back the Kitchen is going to continue, and it's just going to be It's going to be so much fun to watch you guys.
We're going to roll this out here in the next couple of days. But March, we had more people sell a challenge pack in this organization than ever before. We had more people hit Success Club 5 and above than ever before. We had more people hit Success Club 10 and above more than ever before. And we had more people than ever before hit Success Club 20.
Yeah.
So, like, you talk about momentum and excitement and a reason to push right now, guys. Like, we're growing, and that's really, really, really exciting to me. And we just can't wait to roll out, so many things. We'll give a little teaser in the Ignition Mission 365 as far as some of those details. Make sure you join us for Recognize next week, Wednesday, when we roll out everything. Make sure you join us for Follow Up Friday today. That's a big deal as well. And then in the Builders page, we'll also drop the brand new TBTK logo later today as well. So a lot to be excited about, and we're just so humbled that we get to be like the leaders of this crazy tribe, but just so grateful for all your effort and your continued trust in us and showing up on a regular basis. So thanks for your time this Friday afternoon.
All right, we'll see you guys later.
Have a great weekend, everybody.